What's going on, my people? Welcome back to Gooners Therapy. Can't hear it now.
Can just hear this music.
We'll forward that bit. 1 second, guys. Just making sure you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Yeah, perfect. All right. Welcome to the show, guys. This is the new era of Gooners Therapy. We're going to be coming to you on Mondays and Tuesdays live, maybe even Wednesdays, maybe Thursdays, maybe even Fridays. This is a new era of Gooners Therapy, just like it is a new era of Arsenal, of Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta, just as I put in the headline, is he bringing back the glory days to Arsenal Football Club? Are we about to witness something we've never witnessed before in Arsenal, perhaps winning their first ever Champions League? Are we about to see Arsenal win their first ever Premier League in 22 years, 22 long years of pain and suffering? Does it all come to an end this May? Or who knows, maybe even in April? Right now, it's all that's on my mind. It's all that's on any Arsenal fan's mind is, are we going to win the Carabao Cup? We've got that final to look forward to in 2 weeks. We've got the FA Cup quarterfinals. We've got the draw to look forward to today. Well, then we've got a Champions League, a blockbuster tie against Bayer Leverkusen on Wednesday. And of course, the big game against Everton this Saturday, 5:30 under the lights at the Emirates. It's all happening. It's going to be a crazy, crazy few months for us Gooners. Are we about to witness perhaps the best season in Arsenal's history? I can take you back to 1971 when we won the double. We won the league at White Hart Lane. What a season. I can take you to 2002. We won the double, the Premier League and the FA Cup. In 71, it was Division 1 and FA Cup. And of course, in 1998, how can I forget as well? We also won the double, the Premier League and the FA Cup. Could we perhaps see a repeat of that? Could we perhaps see the Carabao Cup and the Premier League? In 93, we saw the FA Cup and what was then the League Cup. I'm not sure what brand it was then. It's had so many different names: Coca-Cola Cup, Littlewoods Cup, Worthington Cup, Carling Cup. Right now it's the Carabao Cup. But is Arteta truly bringing back the glory days? I've getting messages now from people that didn't believe, that are starting to believe. They're asking me, what am I going to wear to the parade? What day does the parade fall on? Will the parade happen after we win the Premier League, or will we have to wait to see if we're in the FA Cup final or the Champions League final? And these are good discussions to be happening. It's been such a long time, people. Many, many years we've been waiting for Arsenal to be in this position. Yet we still have some people moaning. And I'm going to play a clip to you very shortly. And I want you guys to let me know. Let's see if we can get a few more people in the chat first. And if you are new to the channel, please hit the like button. Please press subscribe if you're new to the channel. We'll go a great show tonight. We're bringing you two shows. I'm going to be here now for the next hour until 1 o'clock. Any questions you want, get them in the chat, guys. And tonight we've got a blockbuster panel for you. We've got a brilliant panel for you. 9 p.m. we will be live tonight. Myself, Dan, we'll be talking everything. We're going to have a bit of Arsenal trivia. We're going to be looking forward to the game Arsenal against Everton. We're going to look towards Arsenal and Bayer Leverkusen rotation. What does Arteta do? It's going to be a great show. We've got some really good people coming on. Hopefully we should have Jez. Hopefully we're going to have Marty. Hopefully we're going to have Ryan Kalako, whose video I am going to play with you guys in just a little bit. I just want to see if we can get a few more people in the building. So JT, so look, I've spoke to a few of them. I'm waiting for people to get back to me. I'm hoping to have Jez on, hoping to have Kenny Ken on, and we're hoping to have Ryan on. We're hoping to have, obviously, Dan will be here with myself. Jamie, I've messaged as well, who had a fantastic debut when he came on a few weeks ago. So hopefully there's going to be a big panel, and hopefully it's going to be a really good show. James, of course, as well. How can I forget James? I'm sure we'll have James on as well. How good is that Max Diamond, the boy, is special. You know what? It gives me joy watching that boy play. 16 years old to be playing like that. I just feel like this season might just be a bit too soon for him. Listen, he had that horrible injury and he's come back from it. And listen, maybe he does have a part to play because, let's hope today we can get a Port Vale or a Southampton away in the draw in the cup, because when are we going to get chances to rest players? We're not going to get many chances now. Every game, We have to play our full team in the Carabao Cup final. We have to play our full team in the Champions League. And of course, we have to play our full team in the Premier League. So I'm hoping for a Port Vale or a Southampton, someone like that, or maybe a Chelsea, because we always beat Chelsea, don't we, guys, right? We always beat Chelsea, but we would have to probably play our full team. I hope you get a collab with Deluded Guna. At the moment, you two are my favorite channels. Do you know what? It's funny you say that. He's actually messaged me before. Well, I messaged him. He didn't get back to me for a while. Then he messaged me back and he said he'd love to get me on his channel. So hopefully one day, me and Deluded, man, I'm big respect to Deluded Guna because, I've seen him here in our chats before. The way he did it, the way he's gone about what he's done, he's really put the grind in 10 years or longer, and I see people say about Deluded Guna. He used to, after work, on his lunch break, he used to go in the park and go live. That's how the guy started. Now he's on Talk Sport, he's on ITV. So he's a bit of an inspiration to me personally. So to go live with him one day would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you for that comment. Coming from a Newcastle fan. We've got a Newcastle fan, man. Big yourself up, man. Thank you for coming in the chat. Make sure you smash the like. Make sure you subscribe to us. A lot of time for Newcastle, but let's see what you got to say. I hope you guys win it. Sick and tired of Man City winning. Wow. Do you know how refreshing that is to hear? Because every other fan wants us to lose. Even Manchester United fans. The rivals are supposed to be Man City, and I'm hearing them call out, I don't want Arsenal to win the league. Liverpool fans, don't want. No one wants. Everyone seems to hate Arsenal. Wigan. When we played Wigan, I spoke to Wigan fans. They were like, "I hope you guys don't win it. Like, you guys are close to Manchester. I don't get it." So to hear that from a Newcastle fan, big up, man. Yeah, Deluded is a good guy, man, as well, man. That's one of the few people you see on my online not actually to working for City. 100%. Every single other fan is, and that's why. Listen, we are hated as a fan base, as a club. Arsenal are hated. It comes from the days of the marble halls. Arsenal having a little bit more class to every other team. And listen, obviously we're the only team to go a whole season unbeaten. We rammed it down everyone's throats, and people still get sick of that to this day. But listen, you want to be hated. I remember the days of Arsenal being a soft touch, a soft underbelly, Arsenal getting bullied. I remember losing 6-0 to Chelsea on Wenger's 1000th game. I remember losing 4-1, 5-1 to City, to Liverpool. Any big game we played in, we used to get beat. And now there's some of our own fans sitting there complaining about the football's not good enough. We should be further ahead. Guys, we haven't won a Premier League for 22 years. Wake up, smell the coffee, and understand Arteta is doing something special. He's building something special. And from his first interview as Arsenal manager, I knew that we were going places. And listen, it wasn't a smooth road at all. It was very, very hard at the start, but we kept faith with Mikel Arteta, and now look where we are. We're on the verge of doing something truly remarkable. Big up Revolutionary. People say we're unbearable, but City fans think they did nothing wrong with 130 charges. Exactly. And it's our fault. Exactly. Not catching them earlier. Listen, 100%. And how comes Everton? Why did Everton's charge sorted straight away? Even Leicester. I saw someone go on the fan overlap, right? And he said that a team that wears blue will be getting charges soon. And then a few months later, here we are. Leicester got charged. They've been deducted points, but yet Man City still no deduction. But listen, I don't want Man City to be getting deducted no points. Not this season. I want to win the league fair and square. I want Arteta to beat Pep Guardiola. I want the pupil to beat the master, and I want Arsenal to finally win that Premier League. Big up Caps, man. Haters, they are our motivation for sure. I mean, criticism is fine, but some of those people are straight up insane. 100%. Listen, they are. And I'm going to play a clip shortly, man. Hoping to get a few more people in. Usually, this is a very spontaneous live, but I'm going to try and go live Monday at 11 o'clock. Today was 12. Had a few technical issues that we're trying to work out here on the channel. But hopefully it will be 11 o'clock. I'll be coming live every single Monday and Tuesday morning. Exactly what I've just said there, JT. I mean, Leicester had like 10 less charges. So, yeah, okay, yeah. So that's why it resolves quicker. I hear you. I hear you on that. But how long has this City one been going on for, guys? Come on, guys, man. What I don't understand about City is not only the charges, but their stadium is never packed. How can anyone support that? Listen, imagine that. I think it's when you're, you know, you're a little bit entitled, overspoiled. They've seen so much glory over the years, but they were never really a big club, were they? Manchester City, you know, they've and listen, they've obviously got their core fans that do go there, which you have to give them. You got to give them huge respect. But there's a lot of City fans that just come out of nowhere, right? You know, it's like the London boys that support Man United in the '90s. It was easy, you know. You support the team that was winning, and that's why you have so many. You know, you see kids. You'd see loads of kids in London in either Manchester United shirts or obviously Arsenal. Arsenal being the biggest London club. But there was loads. You know, my school was half Man United, half Arsenal. Hence the rivalry. Hence why I hate Manchester United with a passion. Let's read this out from Revolutionary. I know one prominent Arsenal fan, as a YouTube comment chat, has been saying since game week 1 that we'll bottle it, and every time we lose, he does the round saying, "I told you so it would happen." Yeah, listen, there's so many of them, so I couldn't even imagine which one you're talking about because there are so many of them. When I'm watching some of these streams, honestly, I can't believe what I'm listening to. It's like my ears are bleeding, and still now I'm seeing people still moaning. They will always move the goalposts because their agenda is with Mikel Arteta. They feel they have to be right. You know, if we didn't win anything this year, I would hold my hands up and say, right, I've got it wrong about Mikel. Maybe we need someone, maybe we need fresh ideas or someone else to come and get us over the line. But that's not going to happen. Mikel Arteta is going to win trophies. Arsenal will win trophies. Our pain, our suffering as Arsenal fans will come to an end, and it's going to be some party in May. Which brings me to the parade, guys. You know, is the parade going to be on June the 1st, the day after, hopefully, we win the Champions League? Or, you know, if we don't make that, will it be when we win the FA Cup and complete a Premier League, Carabao Cup, domestic FA Cup treble? Or will we just win the Premier League? You know, I don't think there'd be a parade if we only won the Carabao Cup. I think that'd be too much of an anticlimax. I don't think you could have a parade for that at all. Okay, big up. You're a Londoner that supports Newcastle. Let us know why do you support Newcastle? Is it because of family? Is it because of your dad or what? And if anyone's got any good news to let us know in the chat, please do spread some good news. Always good to have positivity with positive Dan, of course. Um, let's read this one out here. Facts, Dan, it's a personal thing with Arteta, so they look to drag him down 100%. You know, now they're moaning about football. These same old guys, right, that wax lyrical about George Graham. Oh, George Graham, this George Graham, George Graham. You know, I wasn't alive for that era. But George Graham is known for boring football and 1-0 to the Arsenal. And listen, I'll take it. I was saying before we got Arteta, go and get me Simeone because you need someone to break the mold, right? Just like he did. Simeone went to Spain and he's won 2 league titles with Barcelona and Real Madrid. That is a phenomenal achievement, but he had to do it a different way. And Arteta was playing this sexy football that everyone wanted in 22, 23. What happened? Ultimately, we failed. We came up short. We couldn't beat Pep at their own game, right? 23-24, most goals scored in Arsenal's history, most wins in Arsenal's history in one season. However, we still fell short. Now, this season, he's gone and bought 6-footers, players everywhere you look, real warriors, leaders. Declan Rice is, you know, he's up for PFA Player of the Year. Gabriel has to be up for Player of the Year for sure. We've got so many players, you know, that will be in that team of the season. Everyone, the thing I keep hearing is, oh, Arsenal won't have no attackers in team of the season. All right, but we'll have the defensive midfield. David Raya, he is locked in for team of the season. Timber is locked in for team of the season. Gabriel and Saliba are locked in for team of the season. Declan Rice is locked in for team of the season. Zubimendi, for me, has a big chance of being in team of the season. So, you know, big up all 17 of you in the chat now. It's starting. Once we get to, let's get to 25, and I'm going to share the video and get you guys' thoughts. Let's read out some of these chats. Can I ask, if Arteta leaves, whenever that may be, who would you bring in? Listen, you can ask that, right? But I feel this. Listen, if you're just asking it for in general, fine, I get it. I think this is coming from the Newcastle fan. But right now, as Arsenal fans, I think it's disrespectful to ever talk about Arteta leaving when he's got us in this formidable position. Arsenal have not been in a position this in my lifetime. Even in 2004, You know, I don't think we wasn't in the Carabao Cup final. We were fighting for the treble. We went out in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, semi-finals. Oh no, quarterfinals of the Champions League and the quarterfinals or the semis of the FA Cup to Manchester United, and then of course we went on to beat Liverpool. We were 1-0 down at half time. But I don't think even in 2007 we was in the Carabao Cup final when we lost to Chelsea. So we was in the final. We were probably thereabouts in the title race. Can't remember exactly how far we went in the FA Cup that year, but this is unknown territory for us Arsenal fans. It really is. So if Arteta was to go, um, I don't know. I honestly can't answer that question because I don't know. It would have to. It depends where the club would be at. If it's in 3 years' time and we've won a few Champions Leagues and we've won a Premier League, then I don't know. I'm not sure what manager you'd want then. If, for example, he was to win nothing this season, then go and get me an Enrique Simeone, someone who's won. That's what it would have to be. But listen, we're going to win with Arteta, and I hope he's there for another 10 years. I hope Arteta is there for as long as Wenger is there, as long as he's still producing. Um, it's like Shane is a positive. It's like Shane is a positive fan in comparison to those people. I don't mind negative fans and take support conversations, but that's how I had to turn off because it made me furious. Yeah, look, it makes me furious, but I put Shane in the same category. Listen, he's come on here. He seems like a nice bloke. But I put him in that category. Every time I see his lives, Arteta, incriminating Arteta, Arteta does this, Arteta does that. Mate, the guy is working miracles right now, and there's never once been, oh, Arteta got it right today. If he makes a sub you don't like, you point that out, you put it as your headline. But if he does something good, I've never once seen him give Arteta any credit. So I would put him in the same bracket as all of those sort of fans. And listen, when we lose, I'm all good for criticism. When we draw, all good for criticism. When we're winning, I think you just got to say, you know what, well done. You got, because at the end of the day, it's all about getting over the line. Because for all we talk about, the great things Arteta's done with scoring so many goals, having the record for that, and those wins and all that, everyone says, but where's the trophy? So ultimately, it's about getting over the line. And everyone has said this is not sustainable, but clearly it is sustainable because we're about 40 games in the season now. So how is it not sustainable? That's one of the most stupidest things I've ever heard. David Ginola must have made him a Newcastle fan. Do you know what? It's funny about David Ginola. He got player of the season for Tottenham Hotspur when Manchester United won a treble. That's crazy, isn't it, guys? I'm 38, big up. I'm 35. West Londoner, been supporting since the age of 5. We are on the up, but it will take some time. Keep up the great work. It's a tough industry to crack, but keep going. Listen, firstly, thank you so much for the kind words. And listen, we're only just getting started here on this channel. Me and Dan, who I do the channel with, he's negative Dan, I'm positive Dan. We're newcomers. We're sussing out the game. We've got a lot. We've got work and family life and commitments, but we're trying to sort of ease that. We're trying to find as much free time as we can now to start going live a lot more. And next season, right now we're like Zubamendi. This is our first time. I'm learning everything. I've only just learned today how to do a couple of things here and stuff like that. So we're learning on the job. We're doing a lot of work with AFTV as well, which is obviously it's great for us to learn. So, but next season I think is going to be really our breakout season. I think we're going to be just like Zubamendi's having a good season. I think he's going to be unbelievable next year, and I think Gunis Therapy is going to go right to the very top in this industry once we get going. Jose Mourinho stunk it out 1-0, 2-1s and 0-5s, and everyone lauded him for it. Of course, 100% facts. I think in 04, 05, they had 12 1-0 wins. Even the corner thing, Manchester United, they had the record in 2008, the best ever team. 2013, the last year with Van Persie, they scored 15 corners. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. But listen, the rivals, I don't mind the rivals saying that because you have to say something, But it's when our own fans say it. I just don't get it. Big up, Jason, man, my guy. Thank you for coming in the chat. He was one of them alongside Esprio and a few others. Yeah, facts. Hey, listen, Nkapie, we've got to talk about that Caps, man. And Nkapie is looking absolutely unbelievable. I was not sure on him. I was really not sure on him. But wow, he is starting to play really, really well, man. I think we should play a second string team and accept we will probably go out in the FA Cup in the next few rounds. We need to rest the players. Now, listen, look, listen, I agree to a certain extent because what I've been saying is that if we are going to sacrifice a competition at one point, it's going to be the FA Cup because the Carabao Cup we're in the final, so obviously we're going to play a full team, and before it was the semi-finals, and now we've got lucky with the draws that we've had Wigan and of course Mansfield. Now you're right. If we get a Man City, a Liverpool, or a Chelsea, and then we've got I don't know Leverkusen or whoever it might be, Bodo Glimt, Sporting Lisbon, whoever it might be, or Barcelona in the Champions League, or even Newcastle, and you've got an FA Cup tie, or you've got a Premier League game. You know, if it's midweek, we don't know when the games are going to be. I think 100%. Then yes, you have to kind of not sacrifice the FA Cup, but just say, look, it's down to the second team. If they can go through, then brilliant. If not, and you don't risk any big players in that. I agree, man. I totally agree. We want that Premier League and the Champions League. They're the two we want to win, of course. If you could pick two trophies now, you pick them two all day long. Hopefully, we can get the Carabao Cup in the bag because that will give us that for me will give us so much confidence. Like if we reach an FA Cup final or a Champions League final, if we've already won one against Man City, I just think it will give us so much confidence in the next final, or even these Premier League games that we've got left. There'll be 6 games left after that. They're all like finals, so I think that Carabao Cup's going to be huge. I've got myself a ticket, absolutely buzzing, looking forward to that. Cannot wait. Yeah, exactly. Unless we get Port Vale or Southampton, I mean, I think we could do it. You're in it to win it, and you're not. Yeah, needs to be the team's mentality. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Oh, guys, bringing it back. Peter Brisley was good. Andy Cole, Sir Les. Yeah, look, I remember Sir Les getting. I think he got like 40 goals one season, and then they wanted to still bring in Shearer. Who's Arsenal's next match? Our next match is Everton at the Emirates, and then of course Man City play after us against West Ham. So we could be 10 points clear by the time they go to West Ham on that Saturday night. It's going to be a special night, hopefully. Andy Cole, one of my favourite strikers, only ever scored one penalty. Listen, one of the most underrated strikers because he's not in the media. He's one of the most underrated strikers. You look at his goal record, I think it's 185 goals, something like that. He's up there as like the third top goal scorer without penalties. 100% agree with you. That was the second part of your message. You're better. Don't watch the negative, Dan. Don't watch the show negative, Dan was on. Shane is 1,000% better. You're better. Don't watch the show negative, Dan was on. Shane is 100% better. I'm not sure exactly what you mean like that, JT. Let me know, my bro. That's a lie. Shane said Arteta has got things right, just doesn't glaze him. That's all. Okay, listen, I've never heard him. I don't watch enough of his stuff, but I've never personally heard him say Arteta's got things right. If he has said that, then my apologies. I've never ever seen him say that he's got things right. I've never once in my life have I seen that, but I don't watch a lot of his stuff. I just, if it's on, I'll watch it. I think his content is good, by the way. I think it's funny, even if he's taking a piss out of me or whoever it might be. He's a funny guy. I think his content's good. I just think even if you don't like someone, which he doesn't like Arteta, I don't understand not liking um, the man who's in charge of your football club, especially if he's doing well. If he's not doing well, I understand it. But I've heard Shane say that even if we were to win a couple of Premier Leagues back to back and a Champions League, it still wouldn't be that good from Arteta if you like put it through a 10-year period. Like, come on, what are you talking about? Well, that's the most ridiculous thing. If he brings us our first ever Champions League and our first Premier League title in 22 years, just them two alone, that would be unbelievable. Even if it's taken him 8 years, because how often do these things happen? They don't. It'd be amazing. So yeah, look, he comes out with some crazy stuff to me, but yeah, if he has give Arteta credit, then fair enough. Arteta deserves credit. The big thing he's done is rejuvenate the fans, 100%, the majority, and that's big. That's massive. I work with a Spurs fan who would rather see Arsenal win the league. They they would rather see Arsenal win the league. Wow. I'm not sure they're a real Spurs fan if they want to see Arsenal win the league over Manchester City. But there you go. There you go. Let's go through some more of your comments. Bayer Leverkusen, back in the day. Oliver Bierhoff, yeah, that's right. I remember him. Big up GAT, man. always coming here showing us love, JT. Thank you very much. They were literally squaring up to connect to fight the top gooners at that point. I was like, okay, these people are on another level and I had to leave. Oh yeah, I mean, listen, it's all handbags, man. No one's doing nothing on YouTube. No one's doing nothing. Trust me, man. If people see each other, nothing will happen like that, man. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, look, it's good for clicks, it's good for views for certain people as well. But look, man, we're all Arsenal fans, man. Let's all unite. Let's all unite together. Arteta's in-game management is improved tenfold, 100%. What that's one thing even Daniel I do the show with, who was very much against Arteta, has applauded him. He said he's changed a lot. And listen, he's learning. These players are learning. That's why we've kept the players together. We've kept the managers together. We're not making past mistakes. We don't have to sell now, you know. So yeah, man. Big up Jason. Can't think of a time in the last 20 years when the club was in a position it's in now. We've lost 3 games all season. What are we complaining about? Exactly, Jason. What are we complaining about? People will always find something to complain about, but it's crazy. It's crazy. It really is crazy. David Ginola wasn't all that. Listen, he was a good player, but I agree, probably a little bit overrated, but he was very good at PSG. But in the Premier League was a bit older when he came. He was better with Newcastle than he was with Spurs. For sure. At Newcastle, he was very good, to be fair. For me, Arteta deserves one more summer with adding top tier attackers, and only that I can actually judge him. And if it's the brand of football he's playing, something I trust in and I want to continue in. 100%. Listen, he's going to win trophies this year, so it won't be about needing another summer. He won't need another summer this year. And I do think once we win a trophy and that trophy's off our back, naturally the players, Arteta, the whole club will play a bit more at ease. I think next summer we could, when the season starts in August, we could see more free flowing football. I think that'll be a natural thing to happen. And listen, if we carry on playing the way we're playing, I really don't care, because as long as we are winning, that is the main thing. That's the best feeling. The best feeling for me is not throughout the game. It's the last, when the final whistle goes and you've got those 3 points. That's the best feeling. Thank you, Caps. Smash the likes. Yeah, road to 2K, man. Get us to 2K, guys, man. I didn't think we'd get to 1K. So if we can get to 2K, it'll be absolutely amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. Like we said, some people are so caught up in the anti-Arteta crowd, they find anything to complain about. Like, deep it. The criticism is we aren't going unbeaten. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It really is. Respectfully, he was a baller. We need a left winger, creative midfielder in the summer, maybe a backup right back if there's any good opportunities in the market. Well, the guy with the long throw, I can't remember his name now. Kayoke or something, the guy at Brentford, is apparently we're looking at him as a backup right back. We definitely need some more creativity in midfield and left winger. Totally 100% agree. No, we need momentum. Plus, Man United have the same amount of FA Cups to us now, I think. No, we've got one more than Man United. Pretty sure we've still got one more than Manchester United. Big up everyone in the chat. Let's get up to 20 people, man. 5 more people come and join me, man. Come on. How the hell did Port Vale beat Sunderland? Yeah, crazy stuff. I think Sunderland are running out of steam, Sunderland were great, and it happens, They were really good. They were in the top 5. They were doing so well, and they've started to dip now, which is I kind of saw coming, to be fair. It's just a shame we played them when they were on fire. We have 14, they have 13. There we go, exactly. Pick up JT, man. I mean, the quarterfinals will be after the Carabao Cup finals. After that, we should see what happens with the FA Cup. Facts. I want the quadruple. Let's aim high. Yeah, man. Solano, yeah, he was a great player. Everton is 3 days after Leverkusen away. That won't be easy. Yeah, facts. But Real Madrid, City play Real Madrid away and then go to West Ham away. I'd rather be at home. And even after our home leg, we're home as well. So to Bournemouth. Listen, right now, Man City's next 2 games in the league, in between Real Madrid, right, are West Ham away, Chelsea away. Ours are Bournemouth at home and Everton at home. I think Man City drop points in one of those 2 games, and I think we get 6, and I think the gap just gets bigger by the time we get to the Etihad. Didn't take a penalty because he said it's not a proper goal rehearsal. Bad man, yes. Yeah, you're right. Solano was good. He was good. There was some real OGs, man, in that Newcastle team. Nobby Solano. He had a good free kick as well, didn't he, guys? Do you remember Laurent Robert as well that Newcastle had? French guy. Laurent Robert, he was brilliant. Did you rate Solano for Newcastle? I definitely did. Give him a statue for Nenga if he wins. If he wins the CL, listen, yeah, 100%. But I think if he wins the CL, I think he wins the PL because I think the Premier League's coming. I really do. Solana was a workhorse, proper South American player. Yeah, facts, man. Was he Peruvian? I think was he Peruvian? Ginola, yeah, all-time great for PSG. Facts. Sell Jesus on one of the left wings, that's for sure. Yeah, I agree. Dan, why are you fans so negative and miserable? You guys in four comps. Hey! I'm not miserable. My name's Positive Dan. I'm expecting a double, a treble, a quadruple. I've said we're going to win the league from the start, and I said we're going to win the Carabao Cup. I'm sticking with them two. I now think we're going to get to the final at least of the Champions League, but anything can happen in the Champions League final. I expect us to make the final, and if we get to the final, mate, it's I think we can do it. I'm definitely not negative, but a lot of Arsenal fans are negative. And listen, I don't know why. It racks my brains, guys, but I can't say I know why. Yeah, Felipe Albert. Yeah, Newcastle. They've had some good players over the years. I'm a sell 31-year-old Trossard. Nelly got more potential. I agree. I agree with that 100%. I'm happy to Arsenal for take Gordon. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want Gordon to be honest. Yeah, I know he's done well in the Champions League this year, 4 goals in one game against Quagbrag or wherever it was, but not for me. Too similar to Martinelli. I want a true upgrade if we're going to get someone. Right, let's read this question. Question: taking off your positive hat. Are you worried our attacking form continues this way? We'll have another wobble. Grinding out results is amazing, but I think we need more. Great question. Great question, JT. As always, you always come with good questions, man. Big yourself up. It is a great question, to be honest. Listen, am I worried there could be another wobble? Yes, of course. It's in the back of my mind. But I look at our fixtures now and I just think Everton at home, Bournemouth at home, Fulham at home, Burnley at home, Newcastle at home. Honestly, look at our home form. We've lost one game and drew two. The rest have all been wins. So I think we win all them five. And then obviously City away, anything can happen in that game. But I think we go there and get a result, at least a draw. And then our other two away games is Palace away, who are on holiday on the last day of the season. Hopefully that game could be irrelevant if we've won it already. And the other away game is West Ham. And we do quite well at West Ham. So honestly, there may be another wobble, as in a draw. But I feel like City are going to have another wobble too. So look, at the end of the day, our attacking the players have not been great, but we've scored over 100 goals. I think City the other day went to 101 after they scored 3 against Newcastle. Of course, they got 10 in one game against XR. So you take that off, we've scored 10 more than them. But look, I think we'll be fine. I really do. I think we'll be fine. Now, Bon Gordon needs super media. 100%. I agree. I agree. Do you think we have a better chance of winning the CL than the Prem if you had to say that's what's more likely? No, I don't. I think the Premier League is more likely. Listen, people keep talking about the draw. Leverkusen beat City this year. Bodo Glimp, who if they get past Sporting, we'll have to play. I know, listen, we should get past them, but going away on that pitch, they beat Manchester City. They've knocked out Inter Milan, who are top of the Serie A. So and then you'd have to play either Barcelona or Newcastle or Atletico or whoever would make it, which would be another tough game. And the final, you're going to be playing Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, PSG. So no, I think the Premier League were 5 points clear, we're 7 points clear. We've got 5 home games, 3 away games. I think the Premier League is way a much better chance of winning the Premier League right now than the Champions League. Guys, make sure you're liking the stream for me, and please, if you're new, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, we'll be live tonight at 9 p.m. Come and join us. Let's make it our best stream ever. After the Wolves game, we had over 100 people at one point in our stream. I've only got 15 in now, but look, it's a new thing I'm trying out. Thank you to all of you guys that are in this stream right now, because without you guys, I'd be sitting here talking to myself. So really appreciate it, man. Martinelli causes bare stress. I swear to God, only on the counter attack I like him, but he's hit and miss. He is hit and miss, and he is a finisher. Arteta said he's got starters and finishers. Keep him as a finisher, man, because that's when he does best. Stretches the game really well. Do you think we'll win the Premier League? Yes, Isaac, 100%. I've said it from the start of the season. I've put money on Arsenal to win the Premier League. And let's just say I could have cashed out for £6,000. I haven't cashed out. I'm waiting for the full winnings because I believe that Arsenal will win the Premier League. That's just my opinion. It's been too long. Bun Gordon, I don't want him. Get who? Morgan Rogers. Yeah, well, Morgan Rogers. Could you imagine if we did get Morgan Rogers, guys? Let's get through some of these other comments. Wow, there's loads of comments coming in, guys. Sorry that I'm taking a bit slow. Let me get back. I've missed a few here. Premier League is 70% in the bag. I agree. Your energy is needed. This is what I love to see, man. Listen, your energy is needed too. Thank you for that comment. Appreciate it, man. Listen, this Arsenal team, right? Let's not forget the pain, the misery that we've gone through over the years, man. No Premier League trophy, no Premier League. Like, we've won a few FA Cups here and there, but we've been starving. And Arteta is bringing back the glory days, man. So, yeah, man, big yourself up, man. Big yourself up. Thank you for your comment. And I hope if you've not subscribed already, please do subscribe. I said before he came back, Jesus weren't on nothing. Sell him and rotate Kai and Gyok, depending on. Yeah, look, you probably did get it right with Jesus. I was a little bit like, oh, it could be onto something here, but couldn't even score against Mansfield. Look, decent player to have, but in the summer, 100% he has to go. Who knows? He could still play a big part. He might listen. Some of these Arsenal players, like Saka, for example, I called out in my video on AFTV. Please go and do something special. And listen, he got lucky, but he ultimately got us the winner against Brighton and got us a valuable 3 points. Saka, for me, is still going to have a moment. Saka's going to have a moment in a Champions League tie, in a Carabao Cup final. Saka's going to do something special. So we're going to remember a special Saka moments for this season when we watch back throughout the season in years to come when it's on Premier League years. There's going to be a moment. Trust me, there's going to be a moment from Saka. And listen, Jesus could have a moment. Kai Havertz, Gyökeres could score in a Carabao Cup final, could score in the Champions League semi-final or a final, or the game that clinches us the title. Everyone remembers in 1998 when Tony Adams rocketed one into the top corner and stood there like that, So yeah, anyway, guys, I'm going to go through some more of these comments in just a moment. Hold on, let's what? Positive Dan's AFT fan cams get me hype every time. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. Right, guys, I want to share something with you. I did want to get to 20 people, but doesn't look like it's happening. But big up everyone who's in here now. I'm going to share this. I just want you guys, we're going to watch it, and then I want you guys to let me know what you think about this interview. Now, listen, I know Ryan. I know him well. He's a really nice guy. I don't understand it. I don't know. And listen, I've asked him to come on our show later because I don't know if this is if it's like part of a game, because I know he's an actor. I don't know if he wants validation from other fans. He wants them to go, yeah, this guy's real. At least he says what it is. He's come on this stream and said Chelsea's 04-05 team was better than the Invincibles. Find me another Arsenal fan that says that, because I don't expect Chelsea fans to say it, but I expect them to say it, but not Arsenal fans. Anyway, this is after Arsenal beat Mansfield. He's, by the way, no to Liao. Let's get this up, man. Hold on just a minute. Right, where's that button gone? Just give me a second, guys. Right. There we go. Right, I'm going to play this to you guys. Yeah, let me know what you think.
We just beat Mansfield Town 2-1 here at the One Call Stadium. Right, Mr. Not only do the sustainable stuff. I'm going to do the what are you thinking in performances like this? Because you're saying you always big on performances. So it's not great though. But now I just had a fan on now, and he said performances don't matter now. It's just win games.
This is not great. This is catching up, Cecil. This is man's big up, man. By the way, big up their fans. Yo,
I know. Good.
I never say this, but our fans weren't great today in terms of our performance, what we could do. But anyway, they were really good today for considering what they could do. Yeah, I've got to give them credit, man. They had the heart, but we made it so difficult for ourselves. And my thing is, it's gonna catch up. We might not
We're
win. this
nearly at the end of the
Everyone's
season,
gonna-
brother.
Oh, bro. Okay, all right. Look, if we scam this title somehow, big up. I'm on it. I'll be
Wait,
celebrating.
the Prem or the FA Cup?
No, the Prem. The
Okay.
Prem. Playing like this, it's one thing because we got a few games left. Cup
You told me you're believing now, though.
No, I'm not saying I don't believe, but I do believe based on the fact how bad City are.
Okay.
I don't think we'll win this competition playing like that though. But look, big up man.
He's put new players in,
and it's the same scammy little football, bro. Were you comfortable?
Today I was quite relaxed. Listen, when they scored, I was like, oh, here we go. But I was quite relaxed, if I'm honest. So it feels like a day out today, and yeah, different. It's what it feels like. It didn't feel like you said, we weren't singing as much like the fans. We were quite. It just felt like we were just like, come here. All fans were like, we're just gonna win. Keep it moving. That's what it felt like.
No, it did. We saw each other in the beginning. Innit? We're talking about. We thought it was a day out.
Yeah, we had a little food. Yeah.
I thought we were gonna miss it. I thought I was gonna miss this game. I came here last minute, and I'm thinking, all right, cool. You know what? It'll be a nice little thing. We can relax for once. I won't feel nervy.
Yeah.
I'm coming here in the stands. This is not good stress level, blood pressure, and all that, But man, so big up themselves. Like, I'm not. This ain't a diss on them. I don't know what Ty's beef is. We'll get into that after. They're 16th in League One. They might go down.
Correct.
But we cannot be playing like this. I know some of the team were youngsters, but that performance is unsustainable. I'm really concerned about it going forward. Like the fact that we made a lot of changes, still getting a Martinelli performance that wasn't stand out. Again, Kepa's doing sometimes what Raya does, holding on to the ball too long. Sometimes we're just hoofing the ball out. At times we're panicking as well. Do you know?
I know, but we're getting wins. I know what you're saying. Listen, there is a big. Well, you keep always alluding to the bigger picture, but like, as long as we're winning, there was a lot of rotation, new players. Even some players a bit like. Listen, Max Allen had many chances, but I thought he was one of the best players today. But he has a lot of chances. I think if he had more runs in the team and more minutes, you'd probably put some of them away. So some of them have got to give a bit of leniency to them. They're new into the team. I know you're frustrated with the way we're playing. It seems like you're seeing the same style of play every time.
It's a pattern. That's it. I'm in agreement with you. It's a different team. All of that. You get me. But the problem is, it's the same performance. It's the same manager, Cecil. The same tactics. Why are we struggling to kill these games off? We should not look again. No disrespect to them, but we should be. I get that. We should be steamrolling them.
I get what you're saying. On paper, you say like 16th in league. I get that. You want to see a big result because we're top of the Premier League.
We're top of the Premier League, but when you're seeing Saka, Jurriën Timber, and Eze out there warming up, this is their time to relax. I wanted Declan Rice to not leave his yard today. Stay in the
He didn't.
No. Big up. That's what I'm saying. Some of these other players needed a rest too, Cecil. Why do we make it hard for ourselves? That was not an easy watch. It's an early kickoff as well. I didn't want to come. Bro. Not like that, obviously. I'll always, I'm everywhere. But even that, I had to wake up early. Saturday, bro. Why are they putting us through stress? This is the weekend, bro.
But we won.
Travelling to away games has never been easier, especially.
Yes, guys. So I mean, look, you've obviously all just watched that from Ryan. It's just honestly, guys, like seriously, the bit that pissed me off, like, because it's all right saying, that we're not playing fluid football, all of that, but to say that if we scum our way to a Premier League title, bro, you're an Arsenal fan and you're saying that we're going to scum our way to a Premier League title, like, leave that for the rival fans, Leave that for the rival fans to talk smack about our club and to moan about, oh, you play like this, you do this, you do that. You're an Arsenal fan, man. I've seen you, Ryan, man. He's got Arsenal tattoo. You know what I'm saying? He's traveled to Mansfield. He's done all of that. It's crazy stuff. And look, here you're saying, big up, man. You always come and show love as well, man. Ryan, we should be smoking Mansfield. But listen, Port Vale knocked that Sunderland yesterday. Fulham got knocked out by Southampton. It's honestly listen, there was two 16-year-olds on the pitch. That 11 had probably never played together before. Just get through the tie, man. Do you know what I mean? Get through the tie. That's all we needed to do, and hopefully get no injuries. Obviously, Trossard got injured. He's talking about Declan Rice. He was at home. He didn't play. It's just this real crazy stuff, man, because right now, for me, the position we're in, we just need to be very, very grateful. Very grateful. You've gone up there, you've seen your team win. All right, you wanted to see more goals. Listen, these tricky grounds sometimes can be difficult. When we played Wigan at home, we got our 4-0 or whatever it was. the main job is also as well, the intensity it's not gonna be the same in a game like this. They all know they've got Everton next week. None of the players are gonna really want to get injured. And like I said, it's a team that's never played together before. To come on week after week and moan and complain, I mean, what other fans must think? Teams that, never get chances to win anything, never could even dream about being top of the league, let alone fighting for 4 trophies. And then you have people like that coming on and just complaining. I mean, the word support, Arsenal supporter, means you support your team. You go there, you support them. You don't just 24/7 criticize the team, especially with the situation that they're in. It's absolutely it's bewildering. It really is. I mean, I think it's got to be something to do with, building his own little his own little name brand or whatever he's doing, and for other fans to go, yeah, this guy says it real and stuff. Like Lee Judges is a perfect example. You watch him after the Wolves game. That was pure. That was emotion, and that's why fan cams are so good, because you're so emotional immediately after the game. There's been times where I've said, "Oh, fuck this," and "fuck this player," and even the manager, even Arteta. After a game, if I feel like he's got something wrong, but then you obviously have time to reflect. So that's why the fan cams are so good. But Lee Judges, you can see it's what he means at that moment in time. And then obviously after, if we win, then he's more positive. But with Ryan and people like him, and not just singling out him because there's loads of them, they will always find negatives, no matter what. There will always be a negative. I've seen us beat Villa 4-1, and then it'll be, but the first half the game was 1-1 and they could have scored 2 goals. So there's always something wrong. And listen, the managers, that's for them to do that. 100%. Us fans, let's get behind our team. Let's cheer the team on, and let's hope we can go and do something special, man. Everton have been good never been good since Leighton Baines. Well, look, Everton, though, they've got the best away record this season. One of the best away records. I think it might even be, they've got one of the best away records anyway this season. It's probably up there with, I mean, I'd imagine Arsenal's is the best, but I know Everton's got like the 3rd best away record in the league, something like that. We played kids, exactly. Mascora, 21, Max Sound. Let's go back to that. We played kids, Mascara, Max, Salmon, Dixon, exactly. Relax. I thought it was a good game. Proper cup tie. So did I. Big up Caps. Me and you see things very similar, my bro. I think this is why everyone has the hump with Arsenal fans, because of fans like Ryan. Well, no, I think they love that, the other fans, actually, But yeah, I get some proper fans will be like, you know what, this guy is so entitled, 100%. But the other fans with the bigger clubs, they probably go along with it. Go, yeah, he's right, man. Like Arsenal is shit. They're just lucky or whatever. Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, Lee Judges knows ball. That's why. 100%, 100%, man. He definitely knows ball. You must understand, some fans are tired of being known as the nearly men. But you listen, that was then. This is now. We are not the nearly men anymore, are we? We are not. We are not the nearly men. People need to stop being scared, bruv. Grow some balls and get behind their team properly. Simple as that. What's going to happen? Well, tell me what's going to happen if you get behind your team, stick your chest out. Oh, what's the worst thing's going to happen? You're going to look a little bit silly because you said your team was going to win the league and they didn't. Get over it, man. Ridiculous. And we're going to win it this year. I can guarantee you that. People say, oh, but you said it on YouTube. They're going to clip you. Fucking clip me. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But the thing is, though, they won't be clipping me because everything I said is going to come true. I'm telling you now. Go back through all my interviews. I've said it. We're going to win this Premier League, and we will win the Premier League. Vamos! Come on. Getting excited right now, man. I think there's an analysis in their support. What Ryan says is fair to have an honest conversation about. But as a fan, you need to pair it with support as well. Yeah, exactly. Not microanalyze. Exactly. You've put it greatly there. Listen, you can come on and say, oh, weren't a great performance today, but you know what? I'm happy. We're through. I'm buzzing. Not, we can't keep doing this. It's not sustainable. We're not going to get away with it. Same manager, same players. Yeah. Baby. It's bewildering when we've been here time and time again. The risk of history repeating itself. Fans are right to be critical in context, and we are playing atrocious football this time around. Listen, I wouldn't say we're playing atrocious football. I'd say we're playing winning football. I'd say we're defending really well. I would say we've scored the most goals in the Premier League and conceded the least. I would say we're playing winning football. It's not the most easiest on the eye, but this thing about it being atrocious, I'm not going with that, And we've been here time and time again. Everyone keeps saying that. How many times have we really been here, guys? How many times have we really been here? Because for me, it was in 22-23, with the youngest team in the Premier League. We were 8 points clear. City had a game in hand, and we had to play them, right? So that's where we were. In 23-24, we were neck and neck the whole way. At only one stage of the season where we went 1 point ahead, we were 1 point ahead of City when we drew with them with 5 games left. So we were 1 point ahead with 5 games left. We lost to Villa. They won. They won it by 2 points. So if that's bottling it by being ahead by 1 point with 5 games left, I don't really think we've been here that many times before. I know we finished second last year, but we were never in front. So yes, we finished second 3 times in a row. I agree with you on that. So we've been the nearly men in that sense, right? But this season is different. And if you can't see that, then that's on you, you know. That is on you. Exactly, Dan hit the nail on the head. Someone of Arsenal fan need to be educated. Wrexham and Arsenal 1992 at the FA Cup. I was there, Arsenal fan. The smaller teams will raise their game. Yeah, facts, CJ. Facts, man. Remember, guys, make sure you're liking and subscribing if you haven't already. We haven't won anything yet. We're still the nearly men. Well, you're right. But I can guarantee you that we won't be the nearly men come the end of the season. That is a fact. It sounds like you want us to be the nearly men, so your point can be proven right. Did you rate Joe Flanagan? Who was that? It was Liverpool boy, was it? Not really. I do like someone like Kenny Ken. He breaks it down better than anyone. Great football knowledge. Yeah, big up Kenny Ken. Hopefully he's going to be on our live. I have messaged him. I've not checked my phone because I've been here with you guys. But hopefully he's going to be on our stream today at 9 o'clock. It's going to be a great panel, guys. So please do tune in at 9 o'clock. Hit the like button, subscribe, and all of that. I accept fair criticism and do the same of our fans, but it's very suspicious if fans only criticize and never talk about the positives, which are plenty. 100%. Exactly. If you're going to criticize, you need to come here and come with the positives as well. Did you rate Alan Byrne? I can't say I know who that is. Yeah, he does know some old school ballers. Keep them coming. Yes, it was a proper old school cup tie. I love it. Yeah, 100%. Smaller teams play with no fear. If they lose to Arsenal, what's supposed to happen? If they win, they go down in the club's history. 100% fact. I'm just saying nothing to do with wanting it to be true. I'm explaining why fans have had enough until we win big trophies, and this won't change. Yeah, look, I get it. Redemption. I do get it. But at this moment in time, I think it's time now. This is the time now. There's 8 games to go, 8 cup finals in the Premier League. There's a cup final in 2 weeks' time. You know, there's quarterfinals of the Champions, last 16 of the Champions League, quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Now is the time for every Arsenal fan to unite together and say, you know what, we're going to do this. For the stadiums to be a bit more less. I know we're all tense and we're all nervous, but I think just go with it, man. Just go with it. Just start to believe and spread that positivity and spread the good vibes, and we'll do something special. But look, everyone to their own, man. Also, the people who want to be critical and factual, where are the apology videos? I thought it wasn't going to be sustainable. I thought we were going to drop the ball. Exactly. I've heard people say we wouldn't even get the top 4. YouTube not registering my comments, apparently. I don't know. I'm getting all of your comments here, bro. Question, will you be doing a meetup at the parade or in the summer with this community? I'm not from the UK and go to games, but only when I have time to travel. But would love to celebrate. Yeah, 100%. We will work something out. Like, let's get there first, and we'll put something out to you guys, man. And we'll definitely meet up with you guys, 100%. Did you rate Luis Suarez? Well, if anyone didn't rate Luis Suarez, then they've got to be a madman. Get Yardman on here. He ain't been on ages. No, Yardman's never actually been on our show. You might be thinking about Dan Potts' show. Maybe he's never actually been on the show, Yardman. But yeah, I actually don't have contact details for Yardman, but I do see him after games sometimes. So look, yeah, it'd be good to get him on one time. Although I don't think I'd agree with anything that he says, but here we are. Guys, what we saying for the Everton game? What's our predictions? What's the predictions for the Everton game, guys? What do we think? A couple things didn't go through, Dan. YouTube been bugging last couple of weeks. Yeah, I have heard that, actually. But yeah, big up, man. Thanks for being here, guys, man. Thanks for all of you guys being here for so long. Without you guys, this channel's nothing. And like I said, I'd be sitting here talking to myself. So thank you to all of you guys that have been in this chat. Oh, look, you know what? It's funny. I think 2-0 Arsenal as well. Caps has gone 2-0. Revolution's gone 2-0. Oh, JT's gone 3-2. Wow. I don't want a 3-2 because that means that says to me nerves. That's what it says. I want 2-0, professional 2-0, and that's what I think it will be 2-0. Redemption's gone for 2-1. Big up, man. It'll be a grand. Listen, I'm not sure, because Everton have got one of the best away records, but I feel like this Arsenal team now, I feel like Wednesday night against Brighton gave them such a boost. You could see it. And I think now they've got that gap back. Now it's 7 points, and I know City had the game in hand, which you expect them to win. But I just think that's relieved a little bit of pressure again. I think we might see a bit more of a free flow in Arsenal. I hope we do anyway. But listen, at the end of the day, give me an own goal, give me a set piece off Gabriel's bum. I do not care. Just please, let's get the victory. Yeah, JT. I hope we smash them. Yeah, look, the goal difference. I think it's we +4 right now, which City could make up in one game, and they've got a game in hand. So let's hope that we could do that. And look, as you say, we could make it 10 points for a few hours, and they will have to go to. They'd have to. They'd have 2 games in hand, And this is the thing: if we were not to do it, everyone would start saying, "You were 10 points clear." Like they had 2 games in hand, and they still had to play us, sort of thing, But listen, you're right. Let's make it 10 points. And they will have to go to West Ham after travelling back from Real Madrid. I know we play Leverkusen, of course, but we've got a home tie, which I think is really going to benefit us. Had we had to go away, don't forget, Manchester City are going to have to travel from Madrid. I'd imagine they'd go from Madrid straight to London. I don't think they'd go back to Manchester, but they might, because they'll be back from Madrid on Thursday. I'd imagine they'd probably go and stay in London to save them having to travel back to Manchester and then back to London, probably. Hey, Kevin Kilban, I'm Irish, man. That was my guy, galloping down that wing for Everton. Proper player, and then obviously moved on to Wigan. Yeah, Kevin Kilban, man. You don't get players like him much now, do you, really, in the Premier League? But yeah, Kevin Kilban was a workhorse, wasn't he? I mean, usually after a rough patch of close games, do you go out and deliver a bashing? So maybe Everton will be the game. Look, hopefully it will be the game. Hopefully we do go and get the 3 points. But like I said, guys, don't forget we've got a good panel today. Anyone who's new to the channel, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Please, I want to thank every single person for coming in with your comments. Really, really appreciate it. Could you go through the lineups and rotation up to so both Everton and Leverkusen, what players you would? Do you know what? We are actually going to do that on today's show, but let's do it quickly here. Then why not? Because it's a tricky one, isn't it, guys? For me, Premier League has to come first. So I want the full team. I want the full team out against Everton. I want David Raya in goal. I want Timber. I want Saliba if he's back. Hopefully he's back. Saliba, Gabriel, and of course Nkapie, who I think's nailed down that spot right now. And I'm a great fan of Calafiori. Zubomendi, Rice, Eze, Saka. It looks like Trossard's going to be out, so Martinelli, and of course Victor Gyökeres. And listen, Kai Havertz has to play some part, and if he's fully fit, maybe you play him instead of Eze. I'm not sure out of them two. So it's a question tonight that we'll put it to the panel. If Havertz is fully fit, if Eze is fully fit, who are we starting in that attacking midfield role? Big up, everyone. Like and subscribe. Back to work settings. Yeah, big up, man. That's what I'm going to have to do as well myself. I'm thinking 12 o'clock might be a good time because it's going to be people's lunch as opposed to 11 o'clock. Let me know what you think, guys. Should I go live every Monday and Tuesday at 11 or should I go at 12? What do we think's better, guys? I think maybe 12 because people are on lunch breaks, perhaps. For me, what I want to see is both Gyökeres and Havertz on the pitch. Yeah, I agree. That sounds good. I would like to give a chance him to redeem himself against Leverkusen, and I would give a chance to Norgard. Not a bad shot at all. Not a bad shot at all, man. Try it for a few weeks so people get used to it. Yeah, 100%. Because our Monday shows are our most busy shows and people get used to it. So yeah, that's a good idea from JT. But on that note, I'm going to close up the show. I want to thank every single person who's come into the chat, even if you've dropped one comment, even if you dropped a negative comment, a positive comment, wherever it might be. Let's keep believing. Let's keep believing in Arsenal Football Club. Let's keep believing in all the players. Let's keep believing in Mikel Arteta, and let's keep believing in our own fan base to push our team over the line. Make sure you tune in tonight, 9 p.m. guys. 9 p.m. Big up. Thank you, JT, man. Thank you to all you guys watching. You guys make the stream, you know. Like I said, I've said before many times, I would not be doing the stream if it weren't for you guys watching. So make sure you lock in tonight. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We will be live at 9 p.m. Thank you for watching. Peace out. Come on, you Gooners.